Hello YouTube, and welcome to our playthrough of Dragon of Icespire Peak. Now, before you begin watching this session, please remember that this is literally my very first time running an adventure. As such, I'm a little bit slow at times, and things don't always go perfectly smooth. With that said, I really hope you enjoy watching our game. Okay, so yeah, you guys go around the corner, you go down that little sloped incline, and as you reach down to that base area there, you come into what appears to be sort of a gnome barracks of some kind. There are gnomes sleeping in these little cutouts. There's like two gnomes in here, two gnomes in here, and they're just all resting peacefully. You guys
All
going
right.
to wake anybody or just tiptoe your way around?
They're sleeping on like beds, or are they like cots
They
or
are
cots?
They're sleeping areas. They're just wooden cots, and they're crammed into each other. Just like there's a cot here and a cot here, and they're just crammed right up next to each other. And yeah, in each one of these little cubby holes, there's two. So there's two here, and so on.
All right.
And they're just all, yeah, they're all completely asleep.
Now, if the mimic was in here, they'd already be dead.
That is true.
This Donabella comes down and is taking a look around. She just has this like aw look on her face, and she just quietly walks up to this section over here and very clearly trying not to disturb the gnomes, but she's just sort of touching the edge of the cot, giving it a little shake, kind of based on what you guys were doing earlier, poking the doors, and she's just kind of giving the cot legs a little shake to see if they respond, and they don't.
Better safe than sorry, I guess. Should
What's
we move
up?
on?
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds logical. All
Yeah,
right.
she just whispers to you guys, yeah, I don't want to wake these guys up, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna head back out.
Yep, I just march out.
And just for time's sake, so I'm just gonna say set goes back to the other side of the rope bridge.
Okay,
Yep, there's a little bit of a fast forward.
sure.
Woo.
So these guys all follow you around, and yep. So you walk back across the rope bridge, and as you're getting clear of the rope bridge on this side, you can feel all the mist caking on you again. You'd gotten somewhat dry in the time you'd spent on the other side, but now you're a bit dampened again.
I'm trying to like wipe it off as I'm walking along.
Yeah, Donnabella's like fussing over her hair. Oops.
Sept is just unfazed by it.
Yeah, Quinn. Yeah, he doesn't care. He's just like, yeah, whatever. So Quinn walks back into this room and he sees these crab cars again. He's like, "Hey, are we getting back in the crab cars?"
You can. I think I had my fun with them.
Yeah,
Wasn't it?
and he's just like, "All right." He jumps in that one that's marked red, and I'm gonna put his token just over here on the wall for now. So he's
Watch out! Might be a mimic.
it's by the time it resonates that you'd even said that, he was already inside and pulling the canopy down. So he's inside. He's fiddling with all the gears again, kind of driving it around a bit.
Yeah.
And these gnomes, they're just up here at their post. They're not paying any attention to you guys really at this point because I've already talked to you and you're not much interest to them anymore. And Donnabella's just gonna follow.
Yeah, might as well go out this way.
All right, so you guys are leaving that room and just are you heading back up to the turret thing,
We're going into the wine room.
the wine room?
Yeah,
I want to check there first.
All right. So yeah, you go into the wine room and it's just as it was before. You can see the wine, the ones that were already tapped that you had taken a taste out of. This one here. And yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna get my rapier out and at sort of at a distance start poking all the barrels.
All right. Use your thing that does that to like ping whichever one you're poking at, just so I know.
I'm gonna start this one first.
And while he does that, I'm gonna do the right side barrels or the ones up ahead.
And Quinn's just in the middle of the room fussing about with this thing, and Donnabella's next to him watching you guys. She's very carefully watching you guys.
I'm gonna do this one. If that one doesn't move, I'm gonna do this one. Hoping to like pierce it and spill out all the wine onto the floor. But I'm not actively gonna do that. Just if it does, I'm not gonna stop it.
Yeah, I kind of get the sense you're poking it to like prod at it to see if it jumps out at you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's
yeah.
none of these.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
didn't do anything.
This one.
Roll initiative.
Ah! Oh no.
Yeah, I rolled earlier and determined that that one right there was... Let me bring this thing up. Okay, so... Alright, I'm gonna have to delete that. Okay, you're 15, and then... Alright, so if you guys want to roll for Donabella and Quinn, respectively.
What is Quinn's dexterity score?
Let me look at those again. I sent you guys the cards.
Donabella got a 10.
Oh wait, I have the actual game with me now. Hold on. Just like go get the deck.
Yeah, I sent you guys the cards. I'm trying to remember where I have those here. It's right here. We go.
I'll get it for next session.
Okay.
I've got I've translated Donabella into a character sheet on my little app.
Okay.
So I've got her here.
All right, she rolled a 10.
That was a 4 plus whatever his score is.
Okay. Actually, did we determine if he was an expert or a warrior? Come to think of it, I don't think we ever determined that.
I think he's a warrior.
He's a warrior. He's got a +1 in Dex.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
he would
he
have a
has
5.
so it'll be 5. Yeah, he's wearing a chainmail, I like to say. Or skill mail, maybe.
Yeah, and something else to keep note of: since he's inside this crab, he has his own abilities for that because he's protected by it because it's a big piece of armor. So keep in mind that when he gets attacked, actually never mind, I'll worry about it. So and then I'll roll for the mimic. 1 second, let me grab that thing. One second. Now, I know for sure I created the token for this thing. I'm positive I remember doing it. Where did I put it? That is annoying. Oh my god.
Hold on
Alright.
again.
Yep. I think for the sake of time, because I know I created this token, but I can't find it in here. So I think for the sake of time, I'm just going to use an orc as a token.
That is a rather green mimic.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the token right here. Let me see if I can just quickly drag and drop it. I think I can do that. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's since he's away at the moment. All right, cool. Yeah, I specifically created this token just for this purpose. There we go. All right, now let me roll for the mimic.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
No problem. I had to re-upload the mimic token anyway. So okay, that's a +1. All right, so now I'm rolling his initiative.
Oh, what the hell is that?
It's a barrel come to life.
Oh my fuck.
Right.
Oof. This is gonna be a fun battle.
So add that one in, and it got a 21, which makes him go first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so so as you're going around and you guys are poking at these different barrels, eventually you stab into this one, and it responds, and it just immediately starts coming after you, Sep, since you're the closest one to it. Let me see.
Oh,
Or not Sep,
it was
but
B.
Xandro.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Xandro.
I was like, what?
Yeah,
I was say that's in the wrong place, son.
yeah. No, I meant to say Xandro. All right, now let me see, what does this thing do exactly? Okay, so it does that. Okay, so you see this barrel shift slightly and become, animated, and a mouth kind of at one end of the barrel just kind of opens up, and it comes down a bit off its perch there and comes up next to you, Xandro, and does an attack, which, and I'll just, like I said, I'm just going to roll these in the open. So does a 23 hit you?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Okay. And it's going to do 5 damage.
Oh, okay. That's not as terrifying, but ow.
All right, one second. Let me just read one more thing here. Okay. Okay. Yep, that's it. All right, so yeah, it just springs to life, and I think this is something along the lines of what you guys were expecting to happen when you finally did find this thing. So it springs to life, comes down, and attacks you. And Sept.
Okay, I'm gonna sort of like hold out my symbol of off and cast guiding bolt at it. And that, of course, it misses.
It does miss, yes.
All right, with my spell slots. I guess for the rest of my turn, I'm just gonna get cautiously close to it,
Okay.
right there.
Okay. So, Xandro?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage and get the fuck out of there. And then pull out my crossbow and attack it from a distance.
Okay.
Back.
That's a hit.
5
Okay.
damage back, motherfucker.
All right. What do you think that looks like?
As I get as far away as I can, from its holster, I'm gonna pull out, pull out the little crossbow and aim down the sights, just with one hand as well, like a cool person. And just fire the bolt straight into it.
Yeah, so I imagine it kind of goes into its forward-facing mouth that it has there, and it's just like... But, yeah, it sort of... you can almost visibly see this barrel sort of shaking it off, kind of thing.
Eat that, dickhead.
What is Donabella going to do?
Donabella gonna slightly be out the way, but she is gonna cast bless on Sept, Quinn, and Xandro.
Alrighty.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put a marker. Now that's automatic, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put a lightning type of thing on him to mark that he's got that. Okay, so that's what she did. All right, what is Quinn gonna do?
He's gonna drive over to the mimic and basically try to grapple it with the crab machine's big metallic claws.
Okay, so that's gonna be. Let me look again just to make sure I say it right.
Should be imposing athletic checks. Maybe the strength.
Oh, so he's not attacking it.
He's trying to grapple it.
Grapple it. The pincers are the claws are grapple. Like
Okay,
basically,
if
yeah,
it's gonna grapple regardless, then I guess he'll just try to pinch it then.
yeah, just kind of out of character. It says that if the target gets hit, the target is automatically grappled.
Oh, it's +2, correct?
+2. That's correct.
14.
14 does hit, I think. Let me double check. Yes, it does. And roll. It's 2d4 for damage.
6.
Okay, so let's take that into account. Okay. All right, so yeah, Quinn, I imagine. Well, you can describe it how you want.
Yeah, he's basically gonna like take one claw and like pinch its like upper in the mouth, and take the other, just like basically just holding on to its prying the jaws open.
Yeah, it's like reverse Jaws of Life.
Yeah, basically.
All right, so that's Quinn's turn. So the barrel that's now sort of grappled is trying to fight its way out of this grapple, and it's going to have to roll to. It's going to use its action to try to get out of this hold. And okay, out of character, I have to ask again if I know what the difficulty class is to do this. Do I just roll a d20 straight, or do I have to add something to it?
It should be a strength or dexterity, I think.
Oh wait, let me see if it specifies.
I'm pretty sure it'll just be another opposing strength check then.
Yeah, I think it's a sort of contest, so they both roll, and whoever rolls the highest succeeds.
Okay, all right. I'll roll for the mimic. So if it's going to be strength, then I'll do this roll.
Yeah, what's the strength modifier for the crab?
So the strength modifier for the mimic is 3. So I'm just going to do its roll really quick. Actually, let me check that again. Yes, that's great. So that's going to be 21. And the strength modifier for the crab, I don't know that it has one, to be honest. Let me double check. Oh, the crab has a strength score of 10, so it's a +0.
Oh, okay, literally cannot.
Yeah.
That then.
Okay, so yeah, the mimic manages to shake its way out of the crab's car's holding grasp, but other than that, it just kind of stays put, and that's its turn. Sept.
All right, as it falls, I'm basically gonna try to cast Sacred Flame underneath it. DC 13 Dexterity save.
Okay. Let me check its dex. Okay. Oh wow, it failed miserably. Natural 1, critical fumble.
Yeah, it basically just falls into the Sacred Flames.
So it takes 5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't think there's a special that'll happen if it rolled a 1. It's up to you as the DM.
All right, I'm gonna say that it was distracted by, trying to rustle its way out of this crab claw. In right as it got released, you cast this radiant sacred flame straight down its throat, basically. And because it just failed to notice this so completely miserably, it does double damage.
All right, so
Does that
10
sound
then.
reasonable to you guys?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
All right. And are you going to stay put? I assume you are. And actually, come to think of it, he's not flanked, right? Because he has to be on opposite sides.
It wouldn't matter because there's not a attack roll.
Okay. Going forward, though, he's not flanked, correct? Because it would have to be
No.
here or here.
No.
Yeah, okay, you have to be on
Um,
opposite sides.
Yeah, and Seth's just gonna hold his ground there.
Okay, Xandru.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly load another bolt into the crossbow, aim it again, and just fire straight at its eyes or its face
Okay.
or its throat. Just anywhere where it'll fucking kill this bastard. Xander doesn't like him.
What's
Does a
not to
16
like?
hit?
16 does hit, yes.
Awesome. Now, I should get sneak attack on this as well.
Okay.
Because I just remembered I also have sneak attack.
Okay.
So it's this plus 10 damage.
Okay. Yeah, so this thing is very messed up at this point. You guys can tell, to use the made-up word that doesn't exist in Dungeons and Dragons, he's blooded, which doesn't exist in this game, but... And are you going to stay put?
I guess I'm gonna move forward. No, I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. Donabella, what's she going to do?
She's just gonna copy Sept and go for a Sacred Flame. Try and go down the throat as well.
Nice.
Meaning Mr. Mimic needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. Or is it?
It's a dex save.
It's a dex saving, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, dex save throw.
That's that. Okay. So... 19.
Okay.
Yes.
Fuck what happens.
Yeah, so probably what happened was Donabella, she's trying to send her flame between Quinn and Sept and just can't quite find the right angle, and the Mimic just easily dodges it because he's just, got a little bit of protection there, sees it coming, something along those lines, and just, it doesn't affect him. Is she going to stay put?
You'll get there eventually, Donabella. Seeing that she missed, she's gonna move over this way to get a better angle.
Okay. Quinn Hightopple, what's he going to do?
Same thing as last round. He's gonna try to reverse Jaws of Life.
Okay. So that's a +2 to hit.
11.
Let me check. I think that's okay. It just misses. So
He has got D4.
Oh right.
Oh yes, you're correct. You are correct.
Thanks for the reminder on that.
15.
Yeah. So Quinn, I'm gonna say basically like as he's fiddling around with the levers, he's not quite getting it, but that inspiration comes over him and he figures it out, and he grabs a hold of the thing and does 4 damage and grapples it. So what is that?
All right.
Okay, and this thing is clearly annoyed and upset and cursing in whatever language mimics speak. They don't speak language, so it's cursing in thought only.
I believe it's up to you as the DM whether you want the mimic to be an intelligent mimic or just a mimic.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that he's not capable of uttering speech that can be comprehended by any known race. He's just gargling trash that just sounds like, animalistic noises, but there's no...
I don't know, DM. I know a lot of languages.
Well, I'm just going by, yeah. All right, so let me ask
Okay.
you this out of character. So when the languages are literally listed as hyphen, does hyphen mean I get to pick a language? I assume it means he doesn't speak a language.
He doesn't,
I'm just going to go with that.
okay, I don't want to meta game, but I remember because I did read over the gnome part, and it did mention that you could have it be an intelligent mimic if you would like.
Yeah, I do remember that as well. But all right, I'm just going to say he's just frustrated just by any creature would be that's being attacked and stabbed and shot with flames.
Okay.
Having said that, do you want to have Quinn move, or is he going to stay where he's at?
Oh, Quinn. Actually, what? Since it's grappled, would it be possible for him to move the mimic?
Yeah, I would think so, because basically he's now holding it, so he's in control of it. So for the duration of his movement, which I think is still 30 feet that he's got left, I'd say he can move it wherever he wants.
It's probably like half. So.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right. Yeah, he's just gonna move right here. Move the mimic right here.
Okay. So out of character question, would that take an attack of opportunity with
No.
Sept? Okay, yeah, I wasn't thinking that would be the case, but all right. So
Well, it's up
that
to you as the DM, but I'm pretty sure rules is written. I won't get an attack
yeah,
opportunity.
I'm gonna say probably not. I just wanted to double check because he's not moving like of his own volition or of a matter of spell. He's being dragged by something else. All right, so the mimic, once again, locked into the grasp of this car crab, is resisting and shaking and trying to break his way free. And as he does that, we decided it was a strength, right? So that's
Yeah.
12. So that's going to be against Quinn's.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, so Quinn, I'm going to say probably what happened was he thought it'd be a good idea to drag this mimic out of the way, but as he did, he lost control of one of the levers, and the mimic just basically falls free. And but yeah, the mimic stays put where he's at, but he's free once again. Sept.
All right. What can I do? I really can't do anything about spell slots, so I'm just gonna Sacred Flame it. Yes. He probably knows the pander with my military strategy right now. DC 13 dex save, it'll take 2 damage.
Okay, let me double check. Okay, yep. 16, so it manages to, despite the fact that he's just been dropped from this grapple, the mimic still senses or sees that this flame's coming towards it, and it manages to, shape shift at least enough that it just passes right past it.
All right.
You gonna stay put?
That's it. Yeah.
All right, Xandro.
I'm gonna shoot it again. Load another bolt. Aim. Bang bang. Except it doesn't go bang bang. Eck. Come on, 1d4. Do me proud. No, never mind.
Yeah, so as you load up your crossbow and take the shot, the mimic is aware of all your positions in the room now, and it sort of anticipates, based on your last 2 shots, what you're going to do, and it just easily dodges out of the way. Are you staying put?
Fuck. I'm gonna run over here.
Donabella.
Sacred Flame. Another dexterity save, please.
9. So that's a hit.
That's yeah, it's a hit. Go on, Donabella. 1 damage.
Well done, Donabella. Well, it's
Better
one
than 0.
better than none. Okay.
Whittle it down.
Yeah, so what does her Sacred Flame look like?
Which is she a sorcerer? I think she's a sorcerer, isn't she?
I think she's
I'll
a
put it down. Or is she a
what's
wizard?
I
spellcaster. I think is
believe.
how they have it.
Just a spellcaster.
Yeah,
It
just
could be
called
anything.
spellcaster.
Okay. Um. So she's just gonna like close her eyes and just sort of like point her finger out towards the mimic. As this ball of radiant fire comes down onto it. I'd imagine it just barely just grazes it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the mimic sees the little pathetic radiant ball coming, and it opens its mouth and just eats it, and it sizzles the back of its throat, and kind of maybe regrets doing that, but nevertheless, it's like it's just maybe being a little bit cocky.
It eats fire. Uh, it's literally a demon. Kill it now.
And does she stay put?
Um, yeah.
Okay, Quinn is up again.
Yeah, he's gonna keep doing the same thing he's been doing. Try to reverse jaw life this thing.
Yeah, I mean it's working. It's wasting the mimic's turn. So
12. Oh, plus
12.
the d4.
Yep, yep.
15.
Yep. So the pincers once again grab and hit, and it's grappled and takes 4 damage again, or well, takes 4 damage. So yeah, this mimic is not happy at all. It's it's bleeding out. It's very beaten down, but it's still sort of defiantly standing its ground. And
All right.
yeah, is Quinn gonna stay put?
I'll say for now.
Okay, so the mimic has to use its turn to try to break free.
It
That's-
doesn't have to try. You can just make an attack.
Oh, I thought it had to if it was grappled.
No, it could try to make an attack with disadvantage, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. With disadvantage, I'm gonna say that the mimic is very interested in just breaking free, rather than trying to deal damage with disadvantage. But I'm not a mimic, so what do I know? 18. So yeah, it definitely once again manages to shift its way around and get free. And this time it's feeling a bit tired of being stuck here in this corner, so it's gonna step forward around here. So it's staying in range, so it shouldn't take an attack of opportunity. But it's just trying to get out of that corner. It feels a bit pinned in, like it's not getting full use of the space in here. Sept.
All right. You know what? Sensing that maybe the Sacred Flame has run its course, Sep's gonna pull out his light crossbow and take a shot at it.
Okay,
21,
that's definitely a hit.
7.
7 damage. All right, man. You have nearly killed this thing. So what did that look like? It's still up and limping along, but it's hurt.
Ooh. Go off to wherever mimics go when they die. Please. That's it on my turn.
All right. This is Xandro.
Xander's then gonna put the crossbow away, pull out his rapier, and run forward and just give an upward slash towards the mimic itself,
Oh, with advantage. Yeah.
and also sneak attack. If it hits, which it fucking well does.
16's a hit. Yeah. Or 19. It would be 13 piercing. All right. You ended this thing. What did that look like?
Okay, I'm gonna make it dramatic. Instead of slashing upwards, he's gonna sort of give just a small leap and thrust the rapier downwards into basically its face, or is it facing away from me?
Currently it's facing towards you. That little black thing that you can see right there. That's like its mouth.
Okay, so it's facing me. So yeah, fluster it straight into its face, um, and pull it out. And once I see it's dead, I'm gonna just keep stabbing it over and over.
Yeah, yeah. It's lets out this animalistic grunt as you running the rapier through it, and it's just and like as on its last little, so to speak, breath, whatever entrails and lifeblood it has just drips out of this thing. And yeah, let's see. It transfers back into its true form. Okay, so what was its true form? Or is that something I decide? Let me see.
I don't think it's actually specified anywhere.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
I
say.
imagine they look like kind of blobs. The true form is what I imagine.
Yeah, it's not specified, so yeah, I'm just gonna say this amorphous shape of semi-solid material is on the floor in front of you guys. It no longer resembles a barrel. It just resembles like I would imagine it's like Play-Doh or silly putty. You know, it's not liquid. You know, you couldn't, like, if it was liquid, if you put your hands into it and tried to pick it up, it would just run out onto the floor. I'm imagining it's like a fairly solid clay type of material, but it
Oh,
is it's dead.
it's like put in cornstarch and water. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more solid than that, but yeah, like Play-Doh, sort of clay,
Oh, like blubber.
blubber, silly putty. Yeah, something
Like
along that.
jelly.
Yeah, but it stays together is my point. You know, like if it was too jelly, if you tried to pick the thing up, it would just like run
Oh, it's
between your
very
fingers.
viscous.
Yeah, viscous. It
Okay.
maintains some sort of shape.
For morbid curiosity, Step's gonna like see if you can find any of the remains of the missing gnomes within this
Inside of
thing
it.
somehow.
Yeah, as you're going through this remaining material that's left, you can't make out anything. It's the mimic when it devoured. Well, I should say when it presumably devoured these gnomes that everybody is saying are missing. There's zero trace of it inside this thing.
Also fully digest them. Poor bastards. Alright,
I'm
well,
gonna stab it again and walk off.
yeah, Set is just gonna grab it and just drag it along.
Okay.
Fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say at this point, Quinn has stepped out of the crab car and is just gonna leave it where it's at because you know he knows he can't take this thing too far. You know, it's kind of stuck on this part of Nomengard.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk over here and see if like, these two gnomes react to it.
Yeah. So as you guys come into this room, are you saying you're gonna like hold this thing up and almost like holding up a dead head? Sort of
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I just hold it up and I say, "Yep, found the mimic." I'll just say its true form is a little disappointing, if I had to do say so for myself.
Did you say you're a mimic? And they point their wands at
No,
you.
I found the mimic.
Oh, you.
I'm pointing at it as well.
And I just like wave it in the air and it just like, you know how like you can like wave a piece of paper in the air, sometimes it'll make a
Like a whooshing.
yeah, whooshing noise. That's what I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, so they're looking at you and they're holding their wands now. Their wands are pointed at this thing that you're holding, and they're very curious. And they both walk around and come out from over here. and they step up and like, where did you find it?
It was disguised as a barrel.
Oh, it was in the wine room.
Yes.
And they kind of look at each other. You know, yeah. Well, I think it's moved around a few times because we've definitely checked in there. And then kind of Ula looks over at Pog and has that sort of inquisitive look, like, we did check in there, didn't we? And Pog's like, yeah, we checked in there. And but he also sort of has that inquisitive look, like, well, we did, didn't we? Like they're questioning each other, but they're thankful. How do you know it's the only one? Are you guys mimics?
We were told there were one. That's one.
It's a good point. Maybe there's more than one.
Well, if there is, we'll soon find out, won't we?
Yeah, I'm sure it's just the one. I don't think mimics are the kind of creatures that would actually like try to uh, live with other mimics. I imagine they're like more territorial than that.
Yeah, they don't seem to know exactly the ways of the mimics anymore than than you guys necessarily. But so they just kind of step back out of the way and say, "All right, well, thank you guys for finding the mimic, and yeah, we'll be sure to spread the word around Nomengard and let everybody know that they don't need to be on edge anymore." Assuming that's the
All
only
right.
one, but yeah, we think it was.
Well, we're gonna go have a word with your king.
And as you guys say that, they start walking down the hall this way.
All right, and for time's sakes, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say I just go over here, see how these gnomes react.
All right, so everybody walks over here. 1 second, let me move around and zoom in. So as you walk in, Fibblestib and Dabbledob are currently arguing over something. You're always complaining about one thing or another, and they see you're carrying in this blob, and immediately they're very curious. What's that?
It was the mimic.
They look at each other. How do you know that's a mimic? It doesn't look like a door. It doesn't look like a table.
It was okay. When we found it was disguised as a barrel. We killed it, and it reverted to this form when it died.
Oh, I see. I see. So
Do you want to test it out? And I throw it on the gnome.
they're very curious, and they both examine this thing. They're trying to figure out like what mechanical workings it has, which is completely futile. But they're kind of like expert craftspeople, and they're really curious how it works, what makes it tick, and yeah, they can't figure it out, and they give up after a short while. And
No.
Yeah.
Don't pray it too hard. We need to show that to the king.
yeah, oh, Fibblestib looks over Dabbledob and says, "Well, guess I don't really need my sanity ray anymore." And then Dabbledob's like, "Well, you never needed to begin with. It didn't work." He's like, "I did too. It would have worked. All I had to do," and they go fighting.
Step,
Oh.
let's go.
Yeah, he takes the mimic's corpse and goes straight to the king's door.
Okay, so yeah, you guys knock on the king's door, and after a little bit of time passes by, not very long, he comes over to the door and says, "Yeah, what do you want?"
We have the corpse of the mimic, and I make the whoosh sound again.
You found it. You're sure?
Yes, you can see for yourself.
And kind of roll persuasion.
All right. 18.
Okay. Yeah, he believes you from the other side of the door, so I'm gonna say he unlocks the door and lets you guys have access to his private room back here.
Yeah, I walk in and just like throw the corpse onto the ground in front of him.
And he kind of looks at it and he's like, "So this is the little bugger that's been causing so much fear around here. Who would have thought?" And he kind of starts to regain some of his senses. You know, he's not so on edge, not so paranoid anymore. And so this is the shape changer that's been going around.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay. Just 1 second here. So, what you guys also notice in this room is another gnome. Let me bring up my gnome thing. Here we are. So, in addition to the king, which we'll say the king's over here talking to you guys, his queen is over in this area of the room, and her name, well, you don't know her name yet, but she is sitting on this chair, and she isn't moving.
Is she alright? And sort of point over to her.
Yeah, she's just, I,
You're a monster.
okay, I,
I'm gonna walk up to her and just check if she's breathing first off.
uh, um, he's trying to find his words because he doesn't quite know how to describe the situation that you guys have walked into. So when you get up here and look at this chair that she's restrained to, you can easily tell not only is she restrained, but imagine like your arms on a wooden chair where you have like a rails on the other side, and her arms are adhered to the chair, and her back is stuck, and her legs are stuck like somebody has super glued her down to this chair.
Alright. What the
Yeah.
fuck have you done?
Uh, I was so worried, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I was so worried about the shape changer going around. The only way I could be sure that she wasn't the shape changer was to uh, secure her to the chair.
If she was a shape changer, she could have just changed it to a shape that would have been so easily secured.
Maybe you know more about this than I do, but I he's very like frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you not believe in rope?
Well,
Yeah,
there's
that
rope
would have
there.
seemed
You can see rope.
at
I've got her
least
gagged.
Oh
that would
yeah,
have
that makes it
been
so
at
much
least somewhat more. It would have been somewhat more humane. Look, you two can go through Mir's counseling later. We just need a written note from you to confirm that you have heard our warning about the dragon, so we can return to town.
better. And we need some donations.
Oh yes, and if you have something that could help us deal with this dragon, we will appreciate it.
We're gonna need a lot.
Yeah, jeez. You know, boy, did I. Is there egg on my face? So he goes over to the edge of the room back here, and there's this chest, and he opens it. It's not locked or anything. He just opens it right up, and he pulls out a hat and he hands it to you guys, and he tells you, he says, "Yeah, this is a hat of wizardry. You guys are welcome to it. It's the least I can do. Kill the mimic for me, and after all. And he hands a wand to you guys, and he's just, again, whoever takes this stuff is who he's handing it to. And he says, "This is a wand of pyrotechnics. Yeah, you guys. I can tell you all about it. So if you don't know how it works," and he's looking at you questioningly, do you know how it works, or do you need me to tell you?
Question.
Yeah.
Does the hat of wizardry look like a gnome hat?
I'm gonna say, like at least the way I picture it, I'm gonna say it looks more like the Sorting Hat in whatever that show's called.
That's reason.
The wizard show, Harry Potter, that thing.
What? How about Harry Potter?
I'm gonna say that the way that this particular hat looks, it doesn't quite have that gnomish shape to it. It's a bit more like black and tilted. That's just how I picture it.
A witch hat.
Yeah,
so it's not too ridiculous looking, is what you're saying.
That's how I picture it. And so as he's handing you the wand of pyrotechnics, he tells you, he says, so here, this wand has 7 charges, and he says, while you're holding it, it can expend a charge and burst out this sort of harmless multicolored light, and maybe you can find some use for that, and then for the hat that he gives you guys, he says, second. The hell is the hat at? Ah, here we go. So as he's handing you the hat, he tells you that while you're wearing this hat, you get some benefits. And he's like, you can focus spells with this. You can use certain cantrips, even if you don't know them. But you can't just use it. It has to be attuned. So, but, if you have a use for it, again, least I can do is help you out. And then as he's saying these things, he kind of reaches down into his boot, and he pulls out this vial, and he gives it to whoever will take it. So who's going to take it?
I guess I will.
Okay, and as he's giving it to you, he's making his way towards the door. And
no, you fucking don't.
He's trying to make his way towards the door.
Yeah, Sep is just gonna
Prevent
pour it
him.
onto the glue.
So he's handing you this vial, and he's trying to make his way towards the door. And he's like, he's like, yeah, you can. This is a solvent, and you can pour it onto the chair to free her. But could you wait till I get out of the room?
Fucking no. I'm gonna grab his wrist. And pull him over.
Crap. He's like, but I gave you the hat.
Yes, these are so gonna help against a massive fucking dragon, aren't they?
You rewarded us for helping with the mimic, not with your marriage issues.
She's never gonna understand this. You guys don't
All right.
understand.
How much gold you got on you?
Gold.
Gold.
Well, I mean, I'm not the treasurer. I don't carry any gold on me.
Well, then, I'm pushing towards his wife. So you're getting the full brunt of that, then.
He's scrambling around in his thoughts, like you can see his eyes darting from one place to the other, trying to find a way out of this situation, and also sort of mentally calculating any place that he might be able to find some gold to get out of this situation, and he just can't.
If you've got nothing else to offer us, I'm sort of like holding him by his shoulders, facing the queen.
He's like, wait, I have something. I know something else you can have.
What have you got?
He's like, I will tell Fibble, Stib, and Dabbledob to let you into their workshop. In there, I know they have some more special items.
Oh, you mean they already let us in there when we first found them. They were like just as worried about you as everyone else was, and they thought we might have be able to make something to help.
Well, okay. I give you permission to keep those items.
Wow, thanks. I'm gonna keep him where he is.
He's just doing the,
Set
like,
is slowly pouring out the solvent onto the glue.
yeah, the solvent
Last chance.
pretty much is immediate for the most part. It's just this, basically chemical reaction that takes place and releases the bond away, and as like basically everywhere you're pouring it, within just seconds, her arm is free, or her back, or wherever it is that it's touching. It doesn't take long at all, and he's just defeated. The king, Korbaz is his name, by the way. He's just defeated, and he knows he has nothing more to offer to you guys.
Shame.
I'm never gonna hear the end of this.
Yeah, I take the rope out of her mouth and I say, "All right, you two have fun now."
Yeah, and
I'm
as
gonna like
soon
give
as
him like a little shove towards her.
and as soon as she's up off the, I imagine he kind of gets turned this way. As soon as she's able to get up, she just immediately steps forward and starts in on him. How could you? And he is just resigned to his fate. Just he knows he's just getting an earful, and it's not going to be good. And yeah.
Give him
Set
a good slap
immediately
for
leaves the
me.
room.
Yeah, it's like give him a good slap for me as I leave.
Yeah, and
Oh,
as you guys are walking out, go ahead.
I forgot. Can either of you give us a written note to confirm that we have warned you about the dragon?
Oh yeah, yeah. He speaks up. He's like, I absolutely can. He starts walking towards the door, and she's just on his heels, and he's yeah, yeah, I can. And he's doing the eyeball thing, like, get her away from me. I'll give you your note. But I'm gonna say, yeah. After a bit of time, just for the sake of time, he does write you guys a note, and just, dear Town Master, these men have come and give me the word and whatnot, and he hands it over to you guys, no questions asked, and he's just like running away, trying to find some place to get away from this onslaught of screeching complaints.
All right. Well, looks like our job here is done.
Looks like another happy ending.
I'm gonna say also Donabella is just like laughing about all this interaction, just like you can see in her face that she's just loving all this tearing in of this king by his wife. So, and Quinn is just pretty oblivious to all of it.
It
All
takes
right.
much to put a smile on my face, but this definitely does.
All right. So, yeah, is there anywhere else in Nomengard that you want to explore?
Yeah, not really.
I'm gonna go ahead and open up some of these black areas, because you've basically, it's just walls and stuff that you haven't really seen.
Yeah, because the only area we didn't really went to was where the uh, what's her face? Ula and Pogs were.
Oh yeah, around then and I'm gonna say you could, figure out pretty clearly that was just a path that went around, because when they went backwards to the area, they were appeared a second later to the other corridor, so it's obviously just like a hallway that they went through there. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, you guys have restored order to Nomengard. You brought in the word of warning that was required. You obtained several items, and yeah, that's about all there is here. So, heading back to Ye Olde Fandolin.
Yep.
Yes.
Alrighty, so put you guys over here for the basic travel scene. And so by the time you guys get here and get out, it's a little late. I mean, not like night or anything. The sun's not setting or anything like that. But it is later in the day, and you have about 5 hours of travel. You can definitely make it back to Fandolin, but you are going to be getting there like right at dusk. Like the sun will probably be down by the time you get back, because it's a good 5 hour travel.
That's fine with me.
Okay, so we'll just, time passes, nothing eventful happens. Although something I do need to check that I have literally forgotten every time you guys have left a place. So let me do it now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. All right, let me see what that is really quick. Okay, yep. So it doesn't bother you guys. Okay. So yeah, a few hours go by. It's uneventful travel. You know the path fairly well. Xandro being able to navigate very well, and then of course once you get to the branch in the road, you've now gone up and down that branch. This will be the 4th time, so you're quite familiar with that part of the travel. So yeah, I'm gonna say you make it back into Fandolin, and the sun's going down. It's dark. People are still up, except for maybe some of the farmers that go to bed as soon as the sun goes down. But otherwise, everybody, the town is still alert, basically.
All right.
Where in Fandolin are you going to go?
I'm just gonna go straight to the town master.
Townmaster.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys arrive over at the town master and probably knock on the door.
Yes, I knock on the door.
Yeah, and yeah, he comes eventually to the door and who's there? What do you want?
It's your favorite adventurers.
Ah, yeah, and he recognizes your guys' voice by now. So did you complete the tasks? Did you go down and see Adabra?
I slip the notes underneath the door.
And he pulls them in under the door, and he kind of says, "You didn't bring her back. She's gonna die out there."
That's her choice.
Silly woman. So he starts shuffling around inside, and again, he just absolutely refuses to open the door for you guys. But he knows that he owes you money, and he doesn't fuss around. He recognizes you guys by now, and so he starts pushing coins under the door, and he gives you all your money. 1, 2 at a time, as much as he can fit under the door. He's counting carefully to make sure he doesn't overpay you. But eventually he does give you all 75 gold. And while he's doing this, he's also telling you, while you guys were away, I got word of some new jobs. I don't know if you'd be interested in helping me out some more. I mean, they pay. It's more money. And
Well,
as he's saying this, he's shoving this money under the door to you to, more money, more of this, basically.
Is that not a more efficient way of doing it?
I just can't come out. I'm just too worried about, just let me have my ways.
If there's a dragon, it wouldn't matter if there's a wall between you or not.
Can you not open a window?
There's no window on this door.
A window on your building?
I have other adventurers that might be interested in these jobs. If you don't want these jobs, just say so. And
No, I'm not saying I don't want these jobs. Just
all right.
saying.
Well, I don't know. Sliding a sheet of paper out of the door seems simple enough to me.
There's no point arguing this, man. Just, all right. What's the jobs?
All right, very good. Yep. So what we have, let me go through my notes here and see what we have. And can you count this money? Make sure it's all there. It was 50 for the Gnomon guards, 25. So just count it, make sure it's there, and I'll get these other jobs to you.
Okay.
Did you guys find anything at the gnomes while you were there? Anything, I'd be interested in buying some things maybe.
Well, I pull out the wand. Some form of fire wand. It shoots fire. It's great.
Yeah, I got no use for that.
It can defend you. It can be your main defense against the dragon. You see, this dragon ever does come knocking, bam, shoot with fire. And it's an ice dragon. Ice is weak to fire. You need this.
Uh, I'll pass. Yeah, anything else?
Well, we also found a rather interesting looking hat. A hat of wizardry.
Hat of wizardry, you say? That's interesting. Yeah, I might have some use for that. How much you want for it?
Well, this is a quite nifty artifact. It's quite valuable.
So you say?
So, I don't know. I mean, it is quite the valuable artifact. So, I look towards Zanjo, and I just quietly ask him in undercommon, what do you think is a good price I can potentially, get out of this man?
Well, he has a lot of money. We don't want to push it too hard.
He's
I was
like,
thinking like maybe 100.
100.
it's like I'm gonna need to see this hat first.
Okay, open the door.
He you hear stuff shuffling around on the inside, like he's pulling something back away from the door, like an inch or two. And he's out of breath, like he's struggling to move this, whatever it is. It's very heavy for him, at least. And he cracks the door open like that much.
As you can see, we are not dragons.
I
By
can't see
God
you at
in
all.
alive.
I can't see you at all. Just want to see the hat.
You are one strange man. You know that, right?
I've been told worse things.
I just show him the hat.
So he peers through this little area of the door, and he's like, turn it around. Let me see it. I want to see what kind of condition it's in.
I basically move in as many directions and faces as I can.
Eventually, he's like, okay, and then he shuts the door. He's seen it. And he says again through the door, I'll give you 50 gold.
I don't know, man. Kind of sounds like you're pulling it back a little bit. This could be quite useful.
Well, what good is it to you? You're not a wizard, I can tell.
Are you a wizard?
I can do something with it, I'm sure. Pretty sure. I think. Maybe. Do you want it? You want the 50 gold or not?
65.
Hey,
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
could I assist him?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Where's my P? Bam.
Oh my god.
So you got a 9 even with the assist.
Yes.
Fucking hell.
He's like,
18, 18, 9, 9.
He's like, I don't know about 65, but how about 50? 50 is high as I can go.
Eh, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
Okay. And then he
Okay.
cracks the door a bit more, and maybe just a little bit more this time, so he can reach out. You just see this hand going through this little area of the door, like
Yeah, Set does, go right in front of the crack and see, we're not dragons. You can stop being all paranoid.
he looks out at you and whatever. Where's the hat?
I just squeeze it through the door.
So yeah, he grabs the hat and he takes it back in, and then just immediately starts sliding. Or I would say actually this time, before he closes the door, he takes a pouch and just hands it to you through the opening, and it has the 50 gold in it. So you guys got, what is that, 125 so far?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would say just divide it between the two of you, because. So I have these jobs, and while the door is still cracked open, he hands these to you. He hands you this one. I'm just going to put this onto Discord.
Ugh.
And he hands you this one. And he hands you this one. So, how about if you, one of you guys read the first one, and then one of you guys read the second one, and so on.
Okay. I'll read the first one. I'm interested in this one now. Butterskull Ranch Quest. Orcs have attacked the Butterskull Ranch, 5 miles east of Coneyberry along the Tribor Trail. Travel there with haste, assess the damage, and help any way you can. Alfonsi, that's a fun name, Alfonsi Calazorn, the ranch owner, is a retired sheriff who can reward you with your efforts. If he's dead, return to Townmaster Harbin Wester with proof of Calzorn's demise to retrieve a reward of 100 gold pieces.
Okay. What is the other one?
Pretty nice. Deep in the Loggers Camp Place. Deep in the Netherwinter Woods, along the river that flows west towards Netherwinter, and is a logging camp. Every 2 months, Fandolin delivers fresh supplies to the camp, which is run by the half-brother of Fandolin's townmaster, Harbin Wester. Barfin, the local provisioner, has prepared a new delivery. Needs someone to bear the supplies safely to the camp. Return to Harbin Wester with a notice of delivery signed by his half-brother, Tybor Wester, to claim you award 100 gold pieces.
Okay, I'll go ahead and read the last one. It's the Mountains Toe quest. The Mountains Toe gold mine lies 15 miles northeast of Fandolin. The new overseer, Don John Rashkin, just made the trip from Neverwinter to Fandolin and needs to be escorted to the mine. There's no telling what dangers lie between here and there. Once you deliver Raskin safe and sound, return to Townmaster Harbin Wester to collect a reward of 100 gold pieces. Okay, and sort of out of characters for a moment, it'll help me tremendously if you guys can tell me which one of these appeals to you the most for next time.
I like Butterskull Ranch. That sounds fun.
Yeah. A good fight of orcs is always entertaining.
Oh yeah.
And which would be the second most interesting?
I enjoy no escort
Probably-
mission. Lodges camp, I'd say.
Yeah, loggers.
Okay. That'll just help me prepare to know, because I'm not trying to spread myself out across all three of these. Okay. And yeah, out of character as well, since this is a milestone based campaign, you guys have completed the necessary requirements to level up to level 3. So I don't know if you want to do any of that fussing about now, or if you just want to do it strictly out of game.
I'll do it later whenever I have the
I'll do it
time.
later.
Okay.
I've got to decide on my spells I need to have.
Yeah, and don't forget also, as you're doing your level ups, prepare your sidekicks as well. And I've sent that information through Discord, but if you need it again, let me know.
I've got so she'll be 3rd level, yeah.
Yeah. And then of course,
That's
Kel, you
necessary.
have the information, so you can just refer to it in the rulebook.
Oh yeah.
It's
So,
all
is
it's
that
like
it for this session?
yeah, I'm gonna say I mean, if you guys want to go around town at all, we can take care of any of that kind of thing.
I'm fine with just splitting the gold and just saying that we just head to the tavern to get sleep or something.
Yeah, have a bite to eat, go to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured, getting into Fanelin, that'd be about all we do. And next time when we meet up, if you want to do any shopping or anything like that, we'll take care of that first thing, or we can even sort of take care of that outside of game time and just say that while you guys were here, you had done that. But yeah, so we'll wrap it up there. And congratulations on completing a couple more quests and leveling up. That's always fun. It's always good to get more hit points and more abilities and those kinds of things. So, any closing words?
Can't wait to have more HP.
Well,
Yeah, you're kind of low on HP, aren't you, Xandro?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake.
well, time for me to roll.
Now I've got 17. Isn't that great?
Okay, well, half. That's not too bad. I was gonna say, yeah, for your rolls, if you wanted to do like a, I'm trying to think of how I was going to do this. I think what I had in my mind earlier, I was gonna say, I'll give you the option. You can either, so you can roll, or take the average. So basically, it doesn't hurt you to roll, and if you don't get at least the average, you can take the average. That's how I had it in my mind earlier. So in your case, Xandro, I think you're better off taking the average, or is that exactly the average?
I think that is the average.
Okay, because I was thinking it was
Actually,
what is
the average is half plus your +1.
+1, I think.
So it'll
Yeah.
be 5.
Oh, it's 5. Oh, okay.
That's what I was
And
thinking.
I'm
Okay, I'll
low
take that, fuck it.
average, so I'll get 7 then.
Okay, yeah. Because you rolled a d8. Did you get 3 + 2? Is that how that is?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll say yeah. You can take your average plus your comp modifier. I think is how that works. Yeah, that's how I want to be able to give you guys help without completely like throwing all rules under the bus kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I know with your sidekicks, they just get maximum, I think. I'm pretty sure that's how it's written. So, all right. So any closing words? Otherwise, we'll just go ahead and I'm going to stop the video here.
This was a fun session.
Good game.
Uh,
Good game.
Enjoyed the paranoid gnomes.
I remember, gnomes are pricks.
Yeah, and
Remember.
I appreciate again, like your guys' patience with me. I know sometimes it's just like I keep having to ask the same questions, and and again I appreciate you guys being so patient with me on my first time ever being a dungeon master.
It's good. It's a fun game. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. Just remember, punt on gnomes.
What about gnomes?
Just punt on gnomes.
All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video. So if anybody actually survived YouTube through the entire thing, thank you for watching.